searching for the best business class in the world. We're comparing Lufthansa with Singapore Airlines, Air Canada, Emirates, Royal Jordanian and Qatar Airways Q suites.
So no guest is allowed to fly out tonight from Dubai. We don't have the okay. We can offer you hotel rooms for passengers who are from further away.
What's up friends, welcome back to my channel. We are at Düsseldorf airport right now and we're flying from Düsseldorf to Dubai with this nice aircraft. It's an Airbus A380 from Emirates, the biggest aircraft in the world. And we're flying in the upper deck, in the business class, right in the back, where also the bar is. It's going to be a very comfortable and luxurious trip. And just come along with us and have some fun in the business class. So we're at Terminal C now. We came actually through B because there was a long line at Terminal C. So whenever you're in Düsseldorf airport, just go to other gates than C because they're usually very crowded, especially when Emirates comes with the A380. Because there are bridges that can get you very quickly also to Terminal C. We're heading towards the Emirates Business Class lounge. You can get access to it if you have a business class or first class ticket. But other than that, there are like no opportunities to get in there, or you have like status with Emirates, so the silver or gold status also would get you in. So unfortunately we have bad news from Emirates, 2-hour delay. We're supposed to leave at 2:30, now the new departure time is 4:30. So there were some technical issues apparently with the plane, and now they're gonna check on it, which means we were gonna arrive like in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m., which is kind of a bummer. Hopefully they can make it up with some better service. I'm very excited like how Emirates compares to Singapore Airlines, because I recently flew it from Frankfurt to New York, also in an A380, so we have a direct comparison there. Yeah, but now we have like 2 hours to do something else. I'm probably gonna work here at the airport and go back to the Emirates lounge, since we have food and drinks there.
Tonight, so no guest is allowed to fly out tonight from Dubai. We don't have the okay. We can offer you hotel rooms.
We have bad news from Emirates. The flight was delayed by 3 hours, and now they announced that the flight is cancelled tonight. So all guests here have to leave the lounge and grab their luggages, which is very frustrating obviously. The night flight is already overbooked, so we can't get into that flight. And they're gonna probably send a new aircraft from Dubai to Düsseldorf through the night, and then we hopefully depart tomorrow at like noon or in the afternoon. So 1 day lost, which is a real bummer. I mean, stuff like this can happen, but we don't really have any information now, like what's going on and when we're gonna reach Dubai. So the management was not that good, I have to say. So we're not traveling tonight, we're gonna go in a hotel and get our luggages now. We don't have any clear information. We're probably gonna leave tomorrow at like noon. We got like here this information about our reimbursement. We're probably gonna get each 600 euros as a reimbursement, which is kind of nice because I don't really pay for the flight. I just paid with my miles, so free flight and reimbursement could be worse, to be honest. Everybody just doesn't know what's going on and when we're getting to Dubai, but that stuff happens. I mean, it's such a big aircraft, and if something's wrong with it, just can happen. But yeah, we'll see. I'm in Düsseldorf airport
Yeah,
right
it's a
now,
bit
and the
severe.
flight got cancelled. No seats available on the afternoon flight, so
So, what's the plan?
we're leaving tomorrow night and we're going home now. So guys, we're back at Düsseldorf airport, 30 hours after our original flight, and now we're trying to get to Dubai. It was a big mess, I have to say. I never experienced such a big delay in my whole life, and yeah, we're gonna see what Emirates has to face for consequences. I'll do my best to get the best out of the situation, definitely. And yeah, this is the aircraft for today, Airbus A380 with a special delivery. Looks kind of cool, I have to say. Unfortunately, we didn't get the afternoon flight. We're gonna go on the night flight today, so filming is gonna be a little bit difficult, but we're gonna do the best out of the situation. And yeah, just come along with us. We're going to the business class lounge again. The food there is very, very good. One of the best lounges I've experienced yet. Hold on for a second. Before we're boarding the plane, I have one important question for you. Do you also want to go left after the door and sit in business and first class? Then make sure to check out my website and sign up for a free credit card consulting call with me. Welcome on board the Emirates A380 Upper Deck. The Upper Deck features 14 first class seats in the front, 76 business class seats in a 1-to-1 configuration, and an amazing onboard bar in the back. Unfortunately, we didn't get the newest cabin. Some A380s of Emirates already feature an updated version with a more modern bar and seats. Emirates was able to assign us the same seats in row 25 that we selected on the cancel flight. I picked these seats because they're in a small and more private section in the back of the plane. Additionally, these seats are close to each other, which can be a nice benefit when traveling with a partner you like. Directly before takeoff, you get an amenity kit with all kinds of amenities. One specialty at Emirates, males and females get different versions, which kinda makes sense in my opinion. Most importantly, our seats were close to the onboard bar. A truly unique experience that's always something to remember. Business and first class passengers have access to the bar and have free drinks as much as they want. Just some airlines feature a true bar on their planes, such as the A380 of Qatar Airways. Singapore Airlines, on the other hand, doesn't have a bar on their planes, which is definitely a downside. The bar experience is so special that many first class passengers walk all the way from the front to the back, passing the business class seats and enjoying a drink with the business class peasants. What an act of humbleness. The wine selection at Emirates is always top-notch for business class, even though a little bit small. Starting with Veuve Clicquot champagne, 4 options of white and red wine, and a port wine. The bottles cost between $30 to $50. I selected the Veuve Clicquot as starter and continued with Sauvignon Blanc as usual, and it was awesome. Then you have a broad selection of mocktails and cocktails that are freshly created by the onboard bartender. Yes, an onboard bartender who was just on this flight to operate the bar and make you drunk. Out of all business classes, the Emirates food selection, taste and presentation is my favorite so far. I decided to go with the seared tuna. Just look at this amazing presentation. Then I went for the beef tenderloin as main course, which apparently has a new cooking process that makes it a true steakhouse experience in the air. And it's true, the best beef in the air for me so far. Then I went with the doner wave for dessert, and all in all, this was a 10 out of 10 food experience. The Emirates business seats are not as wide and big as the ones from Singapore Airlines. And Emirates doesn't offer a double bed option in the middle like Qatar or Singapore. However, The seats are still great and get the job done perfectly. They offer a lot of comfort with high quality wooden materials. They have their own little bar and a big responsive infotainment screen with a huge selection of the newest movies. Furthermore, all A380s have multiple outside cameras, which is called Air Show, a very nice feature for all aviation geeks like me. We slept like babies for about 2.5 hours and then we finally landed in Dubai in the early morning. With an incredible 30-hour delay. Can you imagine that? As good as this flight experience was, this crazy delay can't be excused. However, I had a similar delay with Qatar Airways, which you're gonna find out later in this series. Because of this, I can already say that the delay management of Emirates was well organized, with direct hotel vouchers in the lounge, helpful assistance and a fast and easy payout of the EU flight delay regulation. Are you interested in the cost breakdown? Here it is. In the end, you have two options to get on this flight. Either you pay in cash, which is almost 3,000 euros one way per person. The better option to pay with points and miles, which you can accumulate through credit cards like American Express. 38,750 Emirates miles for economy class flex and then only 30k for the business upgrade. In the end, 138 euros in taxes and fees, which makes an awesome cents per mile ratio of 4. By not booking business class directly, you're saving over 300 euros in taxes and fees. How much did we get reimbursed for this crazy delay? Because there's the EU law EC 261, Emirates had to pay us 600 euros per passenger because our flight was delayed by more than 4 hours and our flight distance to Dubai was more than 3,500 kilometers. Furthermore, they reimbursed us all taxi rides back home and to the airport next day. So in the end, they paid us 462 euros per person to fly to Dubai in business class. Probably not a bad deal, but I expected even more because our delay was much more than the just 4-hour delay of the EU compensation law. After doing some research, we found out that the cancellation was due to an engine defect on the A380 on the engine number 4. This can obviously happen, but there have to be alternatives to get to Dubai faster than with a 30-hour delay. And I also found out later on Flight Radar that the defect A380 stayed for 4 more days in Düsseldorf before it returned to Dubai. So it had to be a major defect. Security goes first in the end, and we can't blame Emirates for that.